Alright, so let's get into it. I got Avengers #1 today. I know I'm way behind. I think it's about May it came out, and so issue 4 is coming out later this month, so I'm a little behind. But here it is, Avengers #1, Horror Cage. I finally picked this up because I was originally just going to go Secret Avengers, but I thought, why not get the main Avengers book and read that too? Yeah, so let's hop into it. First thing right away, they're dealing with Kang the Conqueror, which I don't really know a lot of, but I looked on the internet and kind of found a few things, and so kind of learned about him and things like a cool cat. And so something that I really like instantly that happened is they introduced the Next Avengers, which is a video written by Craig Yost and Chris Kyle from a few years ago about the Avengers' children, and so I thought that was kind of cool how they bring in like people from videos and cartoons and stuff into continuity, like they did with X-23, they did it with Firestar. So I think that's really cool. Something I didn't think was so cool was the next page, which had Steve Rogers in his new outfit, kind of talking and being really melodramatic and kind of, our president told us that we need something. We need heroes. And it's kind of, I understand that it's kind of like building into the horror age, but what I don't know, he seems so robotic, and Steve Sim kind of, yes, a lot of times he comes off as robotic, but it's just too much. Something I did like though was the next page, which here we have this huge, or not huge, but recruiting page, which kind of has every character that's going to be the Avengers, and kind of their reaction to Steve recruiting them for different teams. So you have War Machine and Black Widow here from Secret Avengers. You have Justice Tigra, Justice Tigra, and Hank Pym from Avengers Academy. You have the main Avengers team, which is Spider-Man, Wolverine, the new Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Spider-Woman, and Hank Pym. So you kind of but like a lot of people, you have the Young Avengers as well. So kind of, it's nice to see everybody and kind of how they're recruited into their separate teams. One guy who's not having it though is Wonder Man. He's all pissed. He just thinks it's not a good idea. So I'm not really into his whole bitch ass attitude. Avengers are a good team. They're good for morale. They're good. They make things happen and they save the world a lot. And Wonder Man has been an Avenger for, I don't know, 20 years at our time, maybe even 30. So maybe 10, 15 years their time. So I don't know why he's so against being a part of the Avengers and Avengers coming together. He says the kind of something that says like the Civil War, the decimation of mutant kind, Norma coming to power, stuff like that is all the Avengers' fault, but they stopped all those except the Civil War. Well, they did stop the Civil War eventually, but they stopped them all, and the Civil War was just a trigger by them. But I don't know. I just don't think he has a point. Anyways, let's just keep moving on here. Something I kind of like is why Steve talks about why he recruited these people. So Thor, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Bucky, the new Captain America, Spider-Woman, and Iron Man. He kind of talks about nobility and strength, your cunning and bravery, power, responsibility, ruthlessness and selfishness, symbolism, savvy, and clear view of the future. So I thought that was kind of like nice 2 words for every person, but it's a good kind of thing, and not kind of just like, because you have claws, because you're really popular type deal. I also like a little conversation between Steve and Iron Man here. They kind of talk about how they didn't get along and how they caused the war. A nice little thing Wolvie kind of touches on with Hawkeye is, so you're Hawkeye today, but you Ronin yesterday? What's that about? And so Hawkeye's like, well, I just feel like we're the Avengers again and not running from society. And so Spider-Man's like, would you like to make a population? Hawkeye's like, well, today I'd like to be Hawkeye, which I thought was pretty funny. Just kind of seemed like their characters and wasn't kind of mixed up like sometimes it is. Something else I liked was Spider-Man's kind of insecurity towards becoming a part of the main Avengers team. I totally understood that, and she's kind of had that from the beginning in New Avengers, and kind of Wolverine kind of talked to her about it and touched base on that. I also kind of liked Maria Hill's entrance here. She's like, boys, Spider Lady. That was kind of funny how she touched on the only female on the team is Spider-Woman currently. I was kind of liked when Iron Man was kind of uncertain about Steve running the team, but then once he realized Maria Hill's doing it, he was very okay with it. Here's Kang the Conqueror, his big entrance. I don't know a lot about the character, and so I had also to do a little wiki, and so I don't know. He seemed like a good character, and since it's all about bringing the Avengers back to their roots, then I thought bringing an old villain is kind of a good thing to do. Starts with a fight, him and Thor. King talks about the future and all this crazy stuff about their children, which I didn't quite get, but I thought it was an interesting kind of concept about how the children change the future, and it goes back to Magneto talking about the Earth is for the children, back in Second Coming. So I thought that was kind of cool anecdote. And then Kang throws this doomsday device, which kind of messes things up, and he says you need a time traveler, and a new person to their team will make that, and so I wasn't quite so sure, and then they kind of figure out who they need to call, and so they kind of go Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, I don't know, and then it goes into the future scene where Kang talks to this Hawkeye. So anyways, I think it's a really great issue. 5 out of 5, great start. Good job, Bendis. Go pick it up if you can still find it. If not, get the newest issues. Check it out.